Although that one point where I ask, how's the camera in 2.5 is going to be fucking great.
Well, see,
We'll
I'm
just put
looking
like
at
a
it.
caption at the bottom that says, no, it isn't. What is step 3?
Step 3 is favorite games of the year.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a thing.
Mario Maker, just putting it out there.
Yeah,
Mario
yeah.
Maker's game of the year for both of us. We
Yeah.
didn't play really anything else. So we're going to talk about some games that we missed.
I did play some games that came out last year.
Go for it.
Okay, so the only games that I really played were all like Nintendo titles. I played a lot of Mario Maker and continue to play a lot of Mario Maker. I played Mario Party 10. That game is not great, but Bowser mode is so much fun because you just get to troll everyone else. They play like a normal... Okay, so the way play...
You take up the role of Bowser, then?
Yeah, the way Mario Party 10 plays normally is once you've rolled one of each number on the dice block, like 1 through 6, Bowser gets unlocked and starts chasing you.
Right.
And if he gets to you, you have to escape like different Bowser mini games and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
As well as playing other mini games, collecting mini stars, all kinds of shit like that. Right? Like you don't collect coins, you don't go get stars, not like old Mario Party games, which disappoints me because it was a good formula and didn't need to be fucked with.
Yeah.
Now everyone moves at once.
Oh, that's weird.
And whoever's turn it is either gets things or loses things depending on where they go.
That's weird.
It's not good. But playing as Bowser, the order of play is still the same, except now you control Bowser. Like whoever has the gamepad controls Bowser. The other players are playing as normal.
Right.
And you get to shake the dice for Bowser, and you get to move the spaces, and you get to play the Bowser minigames as Bowser trying to kill everyone else.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the only good thing about that game.
So not worth it, but sounds great.
It's a great mode in a terrible game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not a terrible game. It's just not nearly as good as any of its predecessors.
Play 2.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you know what? Even 8 was good. Like
Was
the
it?
one for the
Was it
for the Wii. Yeah, 8 was good. It was the last one where they kept the old style of play, and I enjoyed it immensely. 7 also, which I think was the one for the GameCube that had the microphone attachment. I think.
Sure.
That one was fun too. I played a lot of that one. Anyway, Woolly World.
I really want to play that.
I played very, very little of it, but I've watched Tiffany play a whole bunch, right?
Yeah.
So, I really like it, and I really like the Yarn Yoshi amiibos.
Yeah.
So good. So, yeah, that one gets an automatic pass because it's the first Yoshi game in a while that plays like Yoshi's Island did,
Yeah.
right? Like, including, like, the Yoshi transformations, the everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. It's just good fun. It's a little easy to start with. Apparently, the difficulty curve does ramp up. But, yeah, it's a good one. I enjoy it.
Does it have a life meter at all? Or any sort of life?
I don't remember.
Because that was the one thing that could have been so easy for them to add to Kirby's Epic Yarn. Because that would have simply just made it easier. Giving you a life bar where you could just die and restart the level again. Just adds a bit of, like, expertise. Challenge. Yeah. But instead, nothing literally happens. Like, you lose your gems, and then that's it.
Yeah, I think these days, these kind of games, you don't die.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even then, like, put a setting in. Like, normal mode rather than easy.
fair enough. You collect balls of yarn in Woolly World in each stage that build a Yoshi when you're done.
That's cool.
And they're all, like, different patterns and shit.
Oh.
They're really awesome. I like them.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. There's, like, hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, one.
There's, like, an NES Yoshi with the NES, like, style. Yeah.
Great. The other one that I played, the only, like, non-Nintendo one that I played that came out this year, because obviously mostly I've just been playing a lot of GTA. I do that.
Since Online came out.
Yeah, well, I mean, since I've been playing it since October 2013.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Wow, it came out that long ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that long ago.
I know, it really doesn't, but it was. It was, and they're still doing free updates for it, so hey, fucking good on you. I mean, granted, most of those updates are geared towards you buying their cash cards to buy all the new in-game shit, which, like, Jason just bought himself a yacht, and we got to troll around on that, and that's lots of fun, and it shot Vince down out of the sky. It was great. But anyway, so yeah, aside from that, because that didn't come out last year, the only game that came out last year that I've been playing aside from all those is Transformers Devastation, which is fun.
Yeah.
It's more. It's done by Platinum Games.
Oh.
Right. So it's more on the like melee combo beat up type thing, right?
Yeah.
So you get like a few dudes come at you and you have to like, punch the shit out of them. And you can use your transformation in combos to like turn Optimus Prime into a truck and start swiping people with the trailer, which makes no sense but is just mindless fun.
Yeah.
But the game looks and feels like the original cartoon, sort of.
Right.
More like the '86 movie style of animation. If you were to just bring that to life,
Yeah. Is it sort of like cell shady?
it is. It's very cel shady, but in a good way because they
Well, I like
actually,
cel shading.
yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, right?
guess.
And this is one of those cases where it really does work because it just amps up that '80s cartoon feel.
Yeah.
And it looks great. It plays pretty good. The voice acting, a lot of it is like spot on because they went back and they grabbed some of the original voice actors. Like Peter Cullen has been Optimus Prime now since, he did the original run of Optimus Prime. Then there was like 10 years where Gary Chalk was Optimus Primal in Beast Wars, and then Optimus Prime in a few of the anime dubs that happened.
Yeah.
And then in, 2007, when the first Michael Bay movie came out, they're like, boom, Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime. And in just about every major media thing since then, not counting Transformers Animated, which I think was, it came out just after the movie, like capitalizing the hype.
Yeah.
Aside from that, Peter Cullen has been Optimus Prime again.
Right.
Games, cartoons, everything, right? So, cool. So he reprises the role of Optimus Prime in this game. Frank Welker is back as Megatron, as he was in all of the movie games, but not in the movies themselves.
Okay.
in the actual movies, they had Hugo Weaving voice Megatron.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I mean, understandably, he's like, it was a job, I did it.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't really, and some people were like, oh, he doesn't care. I mean, like, he read like fucking 5 lines tops for those fucking movies. Like, it's just not, there was no motivation. There was no, because the characterizations of the robots in those movies was fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. So, understandably, he wasn't really big on it. But then for the games, they had Frank Welker voicing Megatron, as he did in the original. So then, in the 4th live-action movie, when Megatron sort of came back as Galvatron, as he is prone to doing, Frank Welker was back voicing him, which was cool. But yeah, so in the games, he's been Megatron. In the movies, Hugo Weaving's been Megatron. But then in this game, you have him playing more of like an original style Generation 1 Megatron.
Right.
So his voice has aged considerably. He can't quite get the same range that he did in the original, but he does a very good approximation of the work he did, 30 some years ago.
Yeah.
Right. So that's good. They also have him doing Soundwave, which anytime Frank Welker does Soundwave, except in the live action movies, I'm happy.
But he did it in the live action movie?
He did, but they didn't add any of the vocal processing that they used in the 80s cartoons. The whole thing about Soundwave's voice was not only did they add the vibration and whatever else to it to make it sound robotic, they also ran it through a vocoder.
Really?
Right? So that it was like monotone but sort of musical.
Yeah.
Right? Like, his first string of words would all be like in this note, like in fucking like one level, and then he'd like drop down or like raise up a little bit to say something else, right?
Right.
Like first bit of line, second bit of line, right?
Yeah.
But it would sound like really like robotic, monotone, but musical at the same time. It was amazing. It was one of my favorites, and the way he did the voice for it, like his actual vocal performance was pretty much his Dr. Claw voice,
right?
Because he did Dr. Claw in the right. So you get that like almost like death metal growl kind of voice going on, right? So when you see Soundwave in the live action movies, and he starts talking, it's just like the Dr. Claw performance.
Right.
You don't get any of the extra stuff, and it's just like, such a fucking waste. You have the original voice actor doing the original vocal performance, but then you don't treat it in the same fashion.
Well, it's Michael Bay. God forbid something actually be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. But he's, like I said, he's back as Soundwave as well in this game, and he's got the right processing to his voice. It sounds good.
Awesome.
They brought back Michael Bell for Sideswipe. They brought back Dan Gilvezan for Bumblebee, who hasn't voiced Bumblebee in any Transformers-related media since the 80s.
Oh.
So he comes back. Which, he's the only Bumblebee I really like, because movie Bumblebee can just fucking suck a dick with his gas cap mouth. I hate that thing. Any Bumblebee that doesn't talk can just go die in a fire somewhere. So yeah, the game was good. I haven't played through it all yet, but I've been enjoying every minute of what I have been playing. It's just been a lot of fun.
It's PS4?
Yeah, and well, I mean, it's PS3, PS4,
Oh.
Xbox One, 360, whatever else, right?
Probably not Wii U.
Probably not. I don't know. But whatever, if you ever want to give it a try, I've got it on my PS4.
Cool. Cool.
But yeah, so those are the games that came out that I've actually played.
Anything you wish you played?
Yeah, like 3 things. One of which is a remake of a thing from a long time ago.
What's that?
Majora's Mask, the 3D. Yeah, I wanted to get that for my 3DS. Still haven't got it.
Yeah.
Because I still never played through Majora's Mask. My N64, up until when we moved it here, had been sitting there with a copy of Majora's Mask sitting in it, waiting for me to fucking play it. Still haven't got around to it.
Have you started it at all?
I did. I did start it.
Okay.
I didn't get very far. I started it.
Well, let's do that then, too. Like, that's something... I really like to go through that again.
All right, sure. I'm down. Yeah, and either I'll play it or you play it, or
No, you play it.
off. Okay,
I played it not too long ago.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah. If anything comes up and I'm like, what do I do? I can switch off.
Yeah.
Because, like, that was the one thing I always found in that game, because you had, like, the 3 days, and you had to go do stuff, and you had to go do this day, this on this day, and then go back in time and go do this on this day. And
It's tough and confusing.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain just couldn't comprehend. But then again, that was when I tried to play it when it came out.
Yeah.
When I was like, I like Mega Man games because they're linear and I can shoot stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, maybe I'm more explorative now.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And definitely the most convoluted Zelda game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a remake, so I'm not really sure that it counts on for games that came out. But I mean, the remake did come out, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, Splatoon I still have not played. You'd think being such a fan of the Wii U as I am, I would have it and I would play it. I mean, I even have an Inkling amiibo.
Right.
Haven't played the game. And other than that, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, however the fuck you say it. Anyway, Xenoverse. I'm pretty sure.
Xenoverse, yeah.
Yeah, sounds better.
There's one consonant between the two vowels. It'd be Xenoverse.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, English lesson. That game, custom character you create, because Future Trunks needs someone to go help stop all the shit that's happening in the time stream. Like, basically, someone's going back and fucking with events from the Dragon Ball timeline.
Right.
So, Trunks goes to the dragon, he's like, "Dragon, grant me a wish!" And the dragon's like, "Okay, what do you want?" And he's like, "I need a hero who can help me right all these wrongs in the past." "Okay, here you go." And then it's like, create your custom character. And you can choose from different races, different genders, except for a few races that are genderless. Like Namekians have no females, so you can't be a female Namekian because they just don't exist. Namekians are asexual. So you can choose, and you can choose from different custom voices. Male custom voice number 8, of course, being just a shitload of Dragon Ball Z abridged references, because they got one of the guys from Team 4-Star. They got Takahata 101 from Team 4-Star to actually go in and record voices.
See, that's the kind of, like, that's the best kind of company.
Yeah. The kind that's like, you do that joke series based on our series.
That's awesome.
Come voice a thing for us. Yeah, I mean, like, they even got, like, Chris Sabat is, like, pretty good with those guys, so, and he's, like, the voice director for Dragon Ball Z, and, like, at Funimation in general, he, is pretty big there. Mm-hmm. So, he, like, he's pulled them in for a few different things. Like, Kaiser Neko got pulled in to voice one of Frieza's soldiers in Resurrection F. So that was kind of cool, too. Like, an official Dragon Ball Z movie with one of the Team 4-Star actors voicing, like, one line, but, right?
Yeah.
Still, it's like, that's pretty fucking cool. So, yeah, that game I really wanted to try, because it just looked like fun, and I love the fucking, like, sort of what-if scenarios of, what if Raditz was suddenly super powerful and killed, Goku and Piccolo, and what would happen after that?
Yeah.
Or what if Vegeta became a member of the Ginyu Force because Ginyu swapped bodies with him? Or, like, just, like, ridiculous, weird, dumb shit like that. And I'm like, these are cool. I was kind of like that. Like, when they would do them in some of the older fighting games, they did a thing where Cell was all set to absorb one of the androids, and he's like, I will absorb you and obtain my perfect form. Absorbs Krillin accidentally and becomes like tiny and orange with fucking no nose. And it's like... Right? And it just, like, weird shit like that. I love when they just fuck with that. And Xenoverse is, like, entirely a let's fuck with that kind of game.
Yeah.
With its own story, of course, right? But, yeah, so I really want to try that one out. Other than that, there's a few things that I care absolutely nothing about. But we'll get into that later. You go now. You do your thing.
Yeah, I played mostly Mario Maker this
Yep.
year, and even before Mario Maker came out, I wasn't playing a whole lot, mostly like retro games and stuff. So
Yeah, well,
I
exactly.
didn't get much new at all. And I don't have an Xbox One or a PS4. I guess we have a PS4 now.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it was Mario Maker. I spent like 600 hours or something playing that, so that's a thing. But games I missed out on. I missed out on number 5, Splatoon, something I really think I'd enjoy. You know, I don't play a lot of online stuff, but
Well, the thing is, I mean, like, if we both had a copy of the game, we could play against each other,
yeah,
right?
that's the thing. I know I'd play against you. And it looks incredibly fun. Just stupid fun. So that's number 5. Number 4, The Witcher 3. I do like myself some really big open RPGs, Oblivion, Skyrim, that sort of thing. Never have time to play them, and I missed out on The Witcher 3 because I'm probably not going to play it until maybe like I retire and I'm like 60 and I'm like, let's go play The Witcher 3. Until Dawn. I love horror, and Until Dawn just looks like a pretty creepy, fun horror game. It looks like it plays really well, and I like games that play well. So,
See, I'm the kind of person that I love the big open world, everything. I just don't like playing them. I like watching people play them.
really?
Yeah. Like, for example, anytime I'm watching someone play Fallout 4, I'm like, this is fun. But every time I go to play it, I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking care.
Interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's the way I've always been with stuff like that. Like, I tried to play Morrowind,
Yeah.
right? I got maybe an hour and a half in playing, right?
Just too much.
And I was just like, I have no direction. I just don't, right? And then I had the same problem. Like, I got a half hour into Oblivion, was like, I don't care. Skyrim, I didn't even try.
Yeah.
Fucking any of the Fallout games, mostly because of the fact that I didn't play the old Fallout games. So I'm not as invested in this in this whole world as everyone else seems to be.
Yeah.
So when the new ones came out and they were the same kind of game, I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? I feel a little bad about that, but at the same time, I can't force myself to play them, right?
Yeah.
So
Kevin's gonna shut off soon, so let's finish this segment.
Cool.
Number 2, Undertale.
Fuck that game.
I think it looks adorable and awesome, and I'm gonna really enjoy that when I play it. And it turned off.
Of course it did.
Actually, we can just keep going. And number 1, Life is Strange, because it looks really interesting. I hear like really interesting things about that. Yeah, I do really want to play that. I hate like episodic things though. Not that I've really ever experienced them. I just hate the idea of episodic games, and it is episodic. But yeah, it looks like a really interesting, like weird fantasy, sci-fi, modern sort of mystery thing.
So I'll tell you what my problem with Undertale is.
Going back to number 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you what my problem with Undertale is. It's that song that's overplayed on the radio.
What?
That's exactly what it is. Like, you know how, like, a song will come out and everybody will be like, I fucking love this song! Yeah! And they'll just play it. Like, non-goddamn stop. It'll be everyone on the radio, in everybody's playlist. You hear someone driving by in the fucking car listening to this fucking song, and you're just like, I fucking hate this song. Even if it's a catchy song, even if it's a good song, it's just so overplayed, you're like, fuck this song, right?
Right.
Undertale, without me ever having even played it, is that song on the radio.
I don't even get it. Like, I get that Tumblr has a lot of Undertale on it. I don't even notice when I'm on Tumblr. And I get that Zach talks about it a lot. But I usually hear, oh, yeah, it's awesome. And he says something about it. And then that's it. And
I just hear it discussed and see it pop up so many times in my daily life.
That's weird, man. Because I have definitely, like, I've seen, like, little skeletons and some graphics and some music. Mm-hmm. And that's just like, oh, this looks like it'll be good. So I bought it. So I'll probably play it. We'll see how that goes.
You'll have to let me know how it is, because I'm never going to play it. Ever.
Cool. That's segment, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess.
In the next segment, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching the Sunday version, we'll see you in like a minute or two.
That's true.